pleasure to introduce Youth for Music, umuse. We're holding in a very special time, the year 2009, in the Jewish calendar 5769. We're sitting in Tiberia, a different place to where I'm usually at in Jerusalem. Tiberia, as you can see, the Lake of Kinneret is beautiful with the sun setting. And we're sitting by a place, a very special place, where a very special person is buried, is Rabbi Akiva. Rabbi Akiva was the Rebbe's, the rabbi of all the rabbis, gave up his life, Torah, spirituality. He was able to see the good in every single Jew, and to bring out every single difficult moment in history, to bring out this positive and the light. It says in the pasuk, "Ozru l'sadik nishrei leiv simcha," from Tehillim, David HaMelech, from Psalms. We know from the last letter of each word in that pasuk, Rabbi Akiva. The idea is that he brings out the light and happiness to all the Jewish people, because all the Jewish people are truly tzaddikim. What has this got to do with Youth for Music? Everything. Youth for Music is built on this. You muse to help the youth of today connect in through music to their spiritual side, to their potential, their talents, their self-esteem, their positivity. This is what we're going to get from the light, from the Torah, from these places, and we're going to bring together with the modern day age, with all the music that exists, and try and elevate it to a higher place. This is the conduit that we get our energy to do this. This is the conduit that Midnightrabbi himself has the will to come out late at night, in the merit of the tzaddikim to come out, in the merit of the righteous people of all the generations to come out and help the youth of today. And Baruch Hashem, we have a very special place to do that, and that is Nei Yaakov. Nei Yaakov, Yaakov is the same idea as the light, and Yaakov's name is the same name with Rabbi Akiva. It comes together. This is the idea with the Jewish people continuation all the way from Yaakov through to Rabbi Akiva, which was around 2,000 years later, through to 2,000 years later now. The Jewish people continuing with in unbelievable times of miracles, and at the same time of difficulties, and at the same time the youth of today are showing the strongest and most important element that's going to be the key to the Jewish people's success until the completion of history with Mashiach. This is the idea of Youth for Music. The youth of today have the strength. They were given the neshama, the power to deal with a generation which is filled with difficulties more than just the non-Jewish nations threatening the Jewish people like it has been in the past, and it is in the present. They're able to deal with the difficulties that come from being even in a house where there's disorder. They grew up with many of the boys we work with from broken homes, divorced families, from families where they didn't even able to live with their parents, they were adopted, where there was all sorts of things, terrible things going on with the adoptions, families where boys have been taken away from their simple purity that a child used to have, and been exposed to a world of all types of intensity and craziness, as you all know. I don't want to continue talking about that. The goal is to talk about what we can do about it. The goal is to look at the boys and hear their music and hear the sincerity and hear their powerful expression of how they're turning it around through the self-esteem they develop, and through the determination to create something that's inspiring and passionate. And I really ask Hashem to help us, that Ezra, who's recording right now as an example, and all our friends in Youth for Music continue to develop and grow and strengthen and help all the Jewish people together, to help all the Jewish people bring out their musical talent, their spiritual talent, their ability to talk about positivity in music, to make music that draws off from all the music that's been and builds it to a higher place. This is, you'll see from all their boys, I don't have to say so much, just look at what they're doing, look at their songs. We're going to see in the concert, Be'ezus Hashem, on 28th of February, we're going to make a beautiful concert in Jerusalem, hopefully, probably in the Great Synagogue, probably with some leading bands like Makor and Yud, and we were thinking about other bands, but we want to make sure that the bands who are leading this concert are role models themselves, as people that are able to maintain their spiritual integrity and at the same time be able to go And that's also a big part of our thing, to help the musicians themselves who are already established, to help them have a group of people that they can connect, that they have a channel, they have people they can teach how to generate positive music, but at the same time, together we can all help each other to maintain a positive spiritual message, because the music industry has a tendency, as we know, to pull down the music. The music's quality is very good, but it pulls out the spiritual message, the positive message, for other things like drugs and false types of relationships, as we know. I don't want to get into all the negative, like I said before. We have to focus on the positive, and this is the light that will lead us the right way. And anybody who can help build this, anyone who can help us in Jerusalem, and as we see in Tiberia, any place we go to generate music and positivity that inspires people, this is the place now the Jewish people need to have, and I'm willing to help them place that in a studio, place that in CDs, place that in concerts, place it so it can be brought out for the whole world to see, for all the Jewish people, all the youth today, to have Jewish songs on their CD, to have Jewish songs on their iPod, to have Jewish songs on their computer, to have everything connected in that is spiritual, that's inspiring. And this will be something that all the world would benefit from. Like Matisyahu is someone who's now affecting millions of people through his music, his inspiration, his words of purity that he's trying to maintain. And that's the hope, Bez Hashem, that all these people will come together and will get stronger. And the hope is that the Jewish people will have unity. The hope is that music is the power to bring people together. And that's what we see when in Yeshiva, where we have, like Yaakov, we have Ezra and Baruch working together, two very different boys from different backgrounds, and they've learned how to be patient and help each other with their difficulties and challenges musically and socially, and they're coming so far. And it's as an example, we have other examples from other yeshivas, other places where different boys are coming and they're being helped along to develop more of a will to produce something with their time, and not have time to feel like they're wasting away with the drug scene and the music scene being a scene of whatever, a scene that inspires people to be active in society, that gets them to accomplish things and gives them the opportunity. And we hope that umuse will go from beyond Jerusalem with the concerts we're making after the Battle of the Bands, which we're turning into a new concept of unity of bands, where bands will come together and express their talents together. This is the idea. Of course there will be someone who will outshine, that's inevitable, like every group that has a leader. The people that will outshine that group, they will go on to the next concert. It won't be a battle, it'll be positive. The other bands will be asked to be part of it, to cheer on in the next concert, and all the fans. And we hope that then the next concert will be for even bigger acts like I Love and other people we're talking to right now. But we need help. We need people who have contacts and have advice and have financial ability to help build this, to help generate something that really truly will help the youth. The youth are crying for direction, the youth are crying for inspiration. They need it. The music scene and the media scene doesn't know how. They're doing the opposite. We have to together help them. We have to get to the root of what society is listening to, and it's music. It's the voices of the singers, and they have to give them the right guidance, the right inspiration, that they are generating a positive direction for the youth, that they come with content and value system, and they're helping. And this is why we are speaking today, right now, as the sun sets in the winter months. It's a cold day. I appreciate your time for listening. That we're going to warm it up. We're going to warm up. We're coming towards the summer of the second concert, and we hope that this will go global, and we hope this will be able to go to England and to America, and eventually to South Africa, and to Australia and Canada, and to South America. It can go worldwide, because the youth everywhere are trying to form music. Everyone nowadays can make a band in his own room and it's not even needed a studio central. Everyone can have their own studio in their room nowadays, with all the different Baruch Hashem, all the technological advancements. And but the thing is to bring it together, a global group that are working to help each other. This is the beginning. We obviously need to start off with what we have, but we want people to help us and be part of this and unify, to come together from different groups of the Jewish people. And of course we'll be advised to make sure that this will only be for the positivity of all the Jewish people and all the world. And we'll all be singing a final song very soon with Mashiach, where we'll dance together and we'll be purely connected in true unity. But Amen.